Hey everybody, thanks for wandering back out to the Digital Hermitage. I'm the Hermit, you can call me Hiccup, and today we're moving deeper into the swamps. I've got a really fun little base spot in mind today. We're gonna use those little circle of stones that the enemy spawns kind of happen in, and I've already cleared one out, and I've got a trail marked over there. That took a while. I did it off camera, I won't lie. It was just a lot of, oh, you know, if you've made trails in the swamps, then you know what I'm talking about. It takes a little bit, but let's go ahead and run out there and get started, shall we? I think I've got a little bit of a rested bonus already, so we're feeling good about that. Also made myself some muck shake. We've been focusing mostly stamina foods on this build through because it makes building a little faster, a little easier. That's enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and run out here to the new base spot. Ooh-wee, not the greatest trail, but you know, it works. It got us out here. Alright, so I've already cleared out the spot. The spot's looking pretty good. I've got a couple of workbenches just spread around to attract enemy attention and to let us know when anything's going to be coming by. And to hopefully slow down the enemy spawn rates. And hopefully we can get rid of a little bit of this fog here. I'm hoping that doesn't stay in the build too much. Wasn't planning on that actually, but anyway, let's get started, guys. Super excited. We're gonna make some kind of swamp stone hut, stone swamp hut, hut swamp stone hut stone swamp. Anyway, we're gonna we're gonna make something that looks a little bit like a big circular squat stone hut. Really excited about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, everybody, I'm not gonna lie, I took a minute there to see if I could remove this fog, and I can't really find a way to remove it. And you know, it actually doesn't look so bad at night, so we may end up like just tilting this a little toward the nighttime. Hang on one second. Yeah, there we go. We got a little bit more of a twilight here, and the fog isn't so bad without the light coming through, so enemies might be a little bit more of a problem, but this is gonna look a little better. And I did honestly take a moment to like run around some more and try to find another one of these, hopefully one with less fog, but there isn't. In this entire little swamp, this is the only one of these we're gonna get, which is fine. I'm gonna make it work, and we'll work with the swamp. I think the fog won't really be a big deal once we get it all sealed in, and the light can't really reflect off of any of it, because the fog is pretty cool, honestly. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Let's try and get started. Now, here's the really tricky part that we want to start with here. We need to get this pretty much centered somewhere right about here. One way or the other. I'm gonna go this way with it. And this may end up taking a try or two. It's gonna be a little tricky. There we go. Yeah, I can do that. That looks good. Okay. Now the trick is to go out two more logs. There we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's see if we can flatten this a little more. And it does look like we're probably going to be just on the outside of all these rocks. We're going to make a nice big circular ring, a big hut. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit of dirt out here if we can. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit on the outside of all of them. Okay, it looks looking good. Let's go ahead and continue building out. That's going to line up a little better, methinks. There it is. All right. Going to do the same thing over here. And again, this is 5. We're going out 5 logs. And then connecting them. Perfect. All right. And then we're just going to start making a circle. So one angle at a time. We're going to go the full circle here. Oh, nice. I was worried about that tree branch. Another reason why I was actually looking for another spot. Alright, that's looking pretty good, and all the logs seem to be connected to the ground. It doesn't look like there's any space. Well, maybe right there's some space. Let's see if we can pick that up just a tiny bit more. Alright. Now that we've got that going, we're going to try and snap. Well, not going to try. We're going to snap stone walls, these 4x2 stone walls. And what we want to do with these, let's get rid of that fire. What we want to do with these is we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave this little gap. We're just going to snap them all together on the outside of the logs here. And we're we're just going to make sure that they're all touching. We're going to get a nice perfect circle here all the way around. Normally I would try to overlap because I really liked that look, but not today. Today we're trying something a little bit different. Here we go, all the way around. And I think we're going to make the entrance somewhere. I think this will make for a really good entrance right here, actually. Possibly right here. You know, actually, yeah, because that's where the trail comes in. So we'll leave our entrance here. For the entrance, I'm going to go ahead and use these stone pillars. There we go. That'll make for a nice little entrance. Awesome. Looking good so far. I'm going to go ahead and raise everything around here at least one more. So let's go ahead and add one more layer to everything. There we go. And now we're actually going to go and add one more layer onto the top everywhere. We're going to use the smaller stone. Just going to use these 2x1s. Let's go ahead and add a third layer on top of everything. All right, there we go. Very nice. Looking good. Yeah, all right, now we got to add some supports. And we're going to take these little arches, and we're going to add a double arch right in the middle of all of these walls. Let's just go around in every top piece. I'm going to go ahead and add in one of these double arches right in the center, right on the inside of these two little 2x1s. Okay, looks like we're going to need some stairs. I got to get up top now. Let's go ahead and build a little staircase on the outside just so we can easily get upstairs. Oh, well, that's good enough. All right, now from here, we actually do want to start going inward a little bit, and they are going to overlap, so we want to just go ahead and snap them onto the inside, or the, I guess it would be the outer part of the archways. Just like this, all the way around. Let's go all the way around like this. Yeah, very cool. Look at this ring. I'm loving it so far. This looks awesome. Oh, yeah. All right. Once that's done, now we want to take these. Oh, yeah. We're going to take these 4x2 walls. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to snap them right up against, yeah, right up against these that we just made. And that's going to make them overlap. Just like that. And it's also going to get support from the archways beneath it. So it's going to look pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Very nice. Let's go ahead and just do this all the way around. And again, make sure that you're getting this closer, tighter snap. Make sure they're overlapping on the corners. Make sure it's centered and lined up with the 2x1s that you just snapped all the way around. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is quite a stone-heavy build. Could you tell? I mean, it's pretty stone-heavy. This is ridiculous. But it looks pretty cool already. And don't worry, I know there are gaps everywhere. If you come inside and take a look around, you're going to notice gaps there and gaps all inside all the corners and stuff. Don't worry, we're going to take care of that. I'm going to show you something that's really cool to take care of that in just a minute. Let me build some ladders and a little standing platform here in the center just to make this next part a little easier for us. There we go. We're not even going to snap it to anything, really. We're just going to build a free-floating platform here supported by the stones in the middle. Good enough. Good enough. There we go. We'll try to be clean about it at least. Jeez. All right, and then we're going to take these archways. Now, this is going to be a little interesting. What I want to do is I want to snap the archways on the very end of each of these, which is going to create a little bit of an overlap. You see that? It's going to be a little weird. Okay, that's looking pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and hop out here and hop up on the ladder. We're going to take a look around. Let's just make sure that they all kind of fit where I wanted them to. Okay, they didn't. I guess doing it from the inside kind of gave it a funny little twist. Doing it here actually seems to be better. Yeah, see how all of these are kind of placed? Okay, on some it's reversed, but yeah, at least one of these on all of them are kind of pulled away. I don't want that. We want to sink it in really good, so we're just going to demolish that. And I'm going to go around and just replace all of these now, just to make sure that, there it is. That's sunken in a little better. Oh no, my hammer's broke. Oh no, I didn't make a little... Okay, hang on, I gotta run all the way back to my other base to fix the hammer. There we go. I made a second hammer too, and reset my rested bonus. Feeling good. All right, let's continue doing this now. We got to do this repair work out here. Not a big deal. Yeah, that does seem... Maybe instead of doing it all from the center like I did, you should just walk around on the outside and do it like this. It seems to, yeah, it seems to be much easier to see, much easier to snap, get those snaps that we want. Right there. There we go. Sink it in a little more. Yeah, at least every single one of these seems to be pulled away a little bit. Interesting. Okay. That's all right. Just a small fix. Let me finish doing this. But again, if you guys are following along, it'd probably be easier for you to just probably just be easier for you to go ahead and just do it all the way around like this. Okay, there we go. Finally got... Oh, nope. See, this one did it to me again. Alright, now we've got it. Alright, so that was a little tricky. Let me just run around checking the spacing really quick. That looks good. Everything looks good. Oh, yeah, looking great. Alright, alright. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead. Now we're going to add, again, we're going to take these 1x1s, and we're going to do the same thing. There we go. So really what we're doing is we're just following the 2x4 walls again. There we go, and there's going to be a bit of an overlap, which I really like this look. I like the look the stone's giving us while we're doing this. This kind of like overlapped little out jut. I don't know why, but it looks cool, and it's gonna bring a lot of character into this build, I think. But we need to do this all the way around again. Who's getting dizzy? Anybody else getting dizzy yet? We've just been going round and round and round we go. Making the stone hut, don't you know? Anyway. There we go. Ah! Alright, let's just add this in all the way around. We go. Alright, let's just take a quick run around all of this just to make sure it looks good. But yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. Alright, we're sticking with the round. Got the good round look. Just got a little bit of... These little out juts are not too bad, not too noticeable, and they add just a little something. I like what they do to the place. Now for the really tricky part. On the inside, we're going to want to add stones, but we want them... There we go. We want them to be on... How do I explain this? Yeah, you want them to snap perfectly with the arches that we have. So, you're going to get the same sort of look that you have on the outside here, on the inside, and don't worry about them not completely lining up with each other. That's okay. We're not gonna fix that per se, but it's gonna be all right. We're not... Just trust me, it's gonna look good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this all the way around. Should just take a minute and some slight careful placing, but nothing too tricky. There we go. Look at that. Looking pretty cool, huh? What do you guys think so far? That is quite the solid little hut, isn't it? I think that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Alright, before we move on to the inside, let's go ahead and seal up a lot of these, a lot of these gaps that we've created along the outside. I'll show you how I'm going to fix that up here in just a second. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the log pole, and we're going to start with the little ones. We're going to put the little ones up top, snap them right into that corner, and we're going to grab the longer ones, snap them in the lower half, seal it up just like that. Doesn't that look good? I think that looks really cool. I think it looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and do that everywhere. Let's just go around and just go ahead and snap in the top two, and then we'll come back and we'll make another lap and do the bottom ones. Oh yeah, let's just go ahead and do this all the way around. Oh man, I'm getting dizzy. Anybody else getting dizzy? It's like watching NASCAR. Round and round and round they go. Oh yeah, looks good. I'm gonna check on the inside real quick because there was a spot here in the back where... No, not seeing it. Alright, there was a spot back here where I placed one kind of funny. It felt like it snapped to something weird, but I can't see it or trace it. And I'm still kind of bummed this fog is hanging out in the inside. It's a little bit of a bummer. Didn't really plan on that, but you know, it's gonna give the inside a creepy little atmosphere, which should be kind of cool. All right, next, let's go ahead and hop up here. We're gonna seal in these gaps by adding in one of these log beams all the way across. It's gonna give it a nice little accent, give it a nice little outline. It's gonna look really good, I think. There we go, all the way around. Now, part of me does want to go and add in another layer of them on the outsides here, because I do think that would look pretty good too. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. We'll take a look at it from the outside and see what it looks like when we're done. And if it looks good, then we might keep it. Now, the weird part is they're not going to snap. Yeah, you don't want them to snap to each other. You want them to snap from beam to beam, which is going to leave... Let me zoom in here. It's going to leave a little bit of a gap like this, but I'm totally okay with that. See, they're not going to overlap like these inside ones did, because we're snapping from one beam to one beam. So there is going to be a little bit of a gap, but it's not so big a one to actually show anything. I think it's going to actually give it a little bit, again, just a little bit more character, make it stand out a little bit more. Let's go ahead and continue wrapping this. There you go. Let's hop down and take a look at that. I think it's going to look pretty good. Oh, yeah. Looks pretty good. Super solid. All right. Now we're going to continue this up here. Do the same thing. Now the funny thing about this one is they're going to start overlapping a little more, which is fine. We want that. Again, lots of character in this. But you got to make sure that you're snapping to the wall that you're placing it up against. That way every piece has, yeah, the same amount of overlap, same amount of crossover. There we go. But we can't stop there. Let's go ahead and do it again. All the way up here. Same thing. Gonna have a pretty hard overlap everywhere. Should look a lot like the one right beneath it, but a little more. Yep. That's awesome. Alright, and then I'm gonna try and be really cool if I can. I'm going to try and be really cool. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to stick these little 2-meter log poles vertical. We want them standing on top of these. Yep. So everywhere you've got a little crossover, everywhere you've got some pieces overlapping, we're just going to stick one of these on top. And again, on top. You want it sitting on top. You don't want it to mesh into it. I think we're gonna need that extra height. If I'm thinking ahead enough, if I'm being clever, this should work out pretty good. We just want this on all of these, on all the ends. Oh, I can see two that I messed up. All the rest of it looks pretty. Oh, nope, we got one more messed up over there. There we go. Very easy to miss. Just go ahead and fix this one last piece. All right, I think we've got our shell, pretty much. Look at that. That looks really cool. All right, let's get back inside now. Time to do some work on the inside. All right, we're going to take some more of these round logs, and we're going to bring them in pretty much everywhere, just like this. And this is mostly just for flooring support, because we're getting ready to put some flooring in. Yeah, there we go. I plan on building the flooring on top of all of this core wood. Don't want it to be right on the dirt. I do want some good wood, hardwood flooring in here. So let's go ahead. And you're not going to see this, so this, you know, this aesthetically doesn't really matter in my opinion. This isn't really a pattern or anything I'm following. I just really trying to get support everywhere for my hardwood. There we go. Alright, now we can start laying down the flooring. We're gonna have to move some of this stone. Yeah, let me move the stone cutter and the wood bench outside. Get those up as close as we can to the wall. Hopefully they'll reach. Oh, they're not gonna reach like entire. Alright, we'll just have to move them back inside as soon as we get the flooring in. Not a problem. Yeah, there we go. All right, so for the flooring, I want to start on the outside. Let's go ahead and start on the doorway here. And we're going to turn the flooring so that... Yeah, there we go. So that it actually creates like a little bit of a ring all the way on the outside. So let's go ahead and just fill in the flooring everywhere that we can. Okay, from here, I'm going to work my way into the center. Just like this. From each side, just to make this little perpendicular kind of plus shape with the flooring here. Yeah, there we go. Not a problem. All right. Now the tricky part is going to be trying to backfill all this in. But what we're going to do, instead of trying to bring the outside in, all right, again, so instead of pulling from the outside in, we're going to take these, we're going to shift up the pattern to make it really obvious, different, and we're just going to go ahead and fill it from the inside out. To me, that always ends up looking a little better. And whoa, what is going on? What is going on? Why is everything so... Oh gosh, guys, hang on. Let me fix it. Okay, that all lines up. I don't understand. I'm just gonna go ahead and build right over it. Hopefully, if you're careful with the placement of your... What is going on? There we go. Hopefully, if you're careful, a little more careful with the placement of your logs, you won't run into this problem. That's a little annoying. Oh well, it's no big deal. Like I said, we're just gonna build right over. Get in there. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and build right over that old section, which it did, and this all seems to be lining up just fine. All right, so thankfully it was just the one section. Let me go ahead and just keep filling in the flooring the same way. Let me add some torches around here too. There we go, and by building from the inside to the outside, we've kind of kept the overlapping to a minimum. There's a little bit on some of the outer ring, but most of that is going to be space for, you know, crafting benches and shelving and stuff, so we're going to hide it really easy in the final parts of the build. Now for something really cool. I really enjoy this part. This is going to be fun. You guys like it as much as I do. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and toss in 2 of these. The tricky part about tossing in 2 of these is you're really going to want to... I think we need to get rid of that, a little bit. Alright, so the tricky part about tossing in 2 of these is they're definitely going to overlap. So we need to kind of build them into the stone a little bit. One on that side. And one right there. Let's go make sure that that's covering the gaps everywhere. Just, oh yeah, very nice, very nice. And just to make sure we're not messing anything up, let's go ahead and light them up and make sure that they stay lit. Oh yeah, I don't see them going out. Seems good. I think we're getting fire bonus all the way to the walls. Oh yes, we are. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass some time just to get rid of that fire. We definitely don't want to be working on our roof with that coming up and choking us out. Hang on one second. Let me just pass some time here and make sure these fires go out. I don't want to destroy them and well, no, yeah, they seem to really perfectly placed. I don't want to destroy them and rebuild them. So let me just pass some time real quick. Yeah, it's looking awesome. All right, now we need to build up. And in order to do this, we are going to need to find... good corner snaps. There we go. Oh, perfect. There we go. All right, so we've just made this nice little box for ourselves. Now let's get back up on the roof. And we need to build this up quite a bit. I'm thinking, I think it's 3. I think I want to go 3 logs up. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now let's make ourselves another... Let's go ahead and double up on it. Why not? Actually, no. On the bottom, we're going by the top, so let's just do that. Yeah. Go ahead and add in just this. This is for looks as well as for supports. Just kind of interlocking everything. Feels good. Makes it look cool. There we go. We're going to do the same thing all around the top. Okay, I'm only building this to get up here. Don't, this isn't actually going to be part of the roofing. Don't mind it. I'm just building it to get up to the top. Oh, and it looks like we're going to need to just toss a workbench or something up here just to give us enough... give us enough room here to work. Ooh, see how well that lines up? That gives me hope that I was clever. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just make a platform here for us to work on. My bad. When it comes to this part, what we're going to want to do... There we go. So we want to do all of these with the 2-meter beam. Then we're going to bring that 2-meter beam out one on each side. I don't know how I did that on the other side. There we go. All right. And now we're going to want to make nice rounded... Oh, come on. It's going to get tricky up here. Alright, we might have to get down to do this. But what we wanted to do was just make kind of a rounded, there we go, a nice rounded little outcropping. There we go. We actually need this to start here instead of up where I was building it. There we go. Because that extra little bit that we tossed up top is actually going to be our smoke release. We don't need any extra height there. What we need to do is finish building our little rounded spot right here. Just like that. Very cool. Now let's get some slopes down here. I'm gonna put these on the bottom because I want them to come in pretty low. There we go. Okay, so it looks like I was off just a little bit. We actually need to go around and looks like add just a tiny bit more height to these. Looks like they need to stick up just that much further. And there is a snap point for it, so that's pretty cool because I think it's snapping to the top of the stone. And again, if we put longer, if we put the 4-meter poles in, they would stick down and show up in the house, so we don't want to do that. But I'm going to go around and add this itty-bitty little bit more of height to everything, to all these little vertical poles. And then we'll start throwing on our roof a little more. We're just going to go around and bring the roof down all the way around to these posts, where they should line up and actually give each other some really good support. Awesome, and we're going to go in and cover and fill in all those gaps here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and just go all the way around and follow the core wood pattern that we have up there for our roof everywhere real quick. Let's just go ahead and get that established. There we go. I'm going to make myself another ladder right here so that we can get up on top. Alright, now that we're up here, so... Oh, well... Okay, now that we're up... Jeez Louise, can I just get on the roof? There we go. Now that we're up here, we're going to take this flat. We're going to follow this pattern. And we're just going to slowly work our way over until it snaps right there evenly with that. We're going to do the same thing here. That'll snap down, and then we're going to twist it. Oh, actually, we're not going to twist it at all. Okay, and once you get that piece snapped in, what you're going to do is paste another one, and it's going to line up right with it, so you're just going to cover half of that gap. But for some reason, after that one, if you just slide it out a little more, you can actually connect right with the piece next to it. Bam! Let's do that again on this side just so you can see it really quick on the opposite side. Slide this over from that one until it finally finds that snap. There's that snap. You see it? I'm going to snap another one down here to connect with it, but it's still going to leave a little bit of a gap. Did I do that? Nope. Come down a little further. There we go. And then we're going to just follow this over. I'm standing on it. So yeah, then you just slide over to the left until it touches, and you can have another snap point, and bam, seals it in so nicely. We're going to do that all the way around. So let's go ahead and do that a couple times real quick. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Nice and easy. Alright, it's looking pretty smooth. Alright, so same thing with this. We're just going to use this same snap point. We're gonna turn it and either side. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. You can follow this angle or you can follow this angle. I'll go ahead and follow this angle real quick. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another. Yeah, see, it's another kind of like half snap, but you've got two options here that I'm getting. It might not. Hopefully, it's the same for you guys if you're following around. But if it's not, you know, following along. But if it's not, I'm sorry. So all we're trying to do is just again follow this angle. Yeah, we want it to snap a little further out because you can get this tight snap, but we want it to snap out just a little more like that. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to follow this angle. And we're just going to snap. Yep, see, there's that half snap, and there's that little over half snap, just like that. Boom, good to go. And then it's going to leave us with this tiny little space right here, which there's really not a whole lot we can do about. And I've tried several different ways to cover it up, and the best way I've done it, and honestly, the best way I really like, the way I like to take care of these is to go ahead and just go on the inside. The camera angle might get a little tight in here, but we're just going to free place. I'm holding shift and I'm free placing an extra roofing bit just right there. We've already got a little bit of a jumble going on for the roofing. See how everything's kind of like, it has a pattern if you really want to follow it. It kind of goes down and then slightly back up and then down and back up again. And you can kind of see that. Yeah, there you go. And we'll show another side. So there is a little bit of a pattern, and it does cover up, and this is going to break that pattern just a little bit. But I personally like having the roof completely sealed in. I don't like having those little itty-bitty open gaps. Sometimes I don't mind, but for this build, I really want to get rid of it. So we're going to go ahead and finish sealing in all of these. That's the snap I want. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and finish sealing in all of these, and then I'll go around on the inside and try to fill in all those extra gaps. And I'm trying to line up the, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I am trying to line up this center line, kind of where these two, can't look at it, but where these two beams right here are meeting. Trying to line up the center of it with that so it does kind of hold a little bit of a pattern. This is my last one. Just like that. All right. And that is almost the entire roof. We have one little more piece to put on. Hiya. So what we're going to want to do is actually finish the roof going all the way up. So we're going to do the top of the logs here. I'm going to go ahead and add in some walls here just to seal it all up. But that doesn't really match the pattern on the outside with all the logs. So what I want to do is go back out here and go ahead and just add in another, there we go, some more log beams all the way around just to give it that really solid looking core wood look. There we go, very nice. And then again, this is supposed to be our chimney release, so we're going to build it up one more. And I'm hungry. I've been running around with these tasty meads just mostly to help me carve out the paths on the ground, but yeah, geez, this is a big build. Quite large. There we go, and then we just need corners on all the sides to lock it in real good. Which, of course, these things never like to snap on the inside of anything. Oddly enough, they don't mind snapping like that. So if you ever have trouble, just go ahead and just use a log itself. Whoops. Just a vertical one anyway. There we go. We're going to add these back in. Very nice. Then we're going to have to fall to our death. Not really. Let me ladder my way down here. Oh, we don't even need the ladder down. There we go. There we go. Very nice. All right, let's take a look at that from the outside. Oh, man, guys, I'm telling you, what an awesome little base. I really like how this is coming together. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let me go and add some logs around the edge of the... What am I doing? Why did I just slip off the ladder there? I want to add some logs around the outsides of this if we can. I'm really not sure how that's going to end up looking since we kind of overlapped everything really badly anyway. Oh no, we can do it. So what we're going to end up doing is just following... Yeah, so... Hard to explain. Kind of. So we've already got this pattern, and this is the pattern we're following again. And that goes from the outside to the outside of these little verticals. So just snap here, there we go, and that should line up. You just want to follow that pattern all the way around. Just go from the outside piece to the outside piece, angling one at a time. There it is. That should create a nice little outline. And this way, we're also not following the roofing, which, again, the roofing is a little wonky, but it does give us complete coverage. We will not be exposed at all on the inside, even though we have these great openings all the way around. And this is going to make... And I think this is going to make the roof really feel complete. There it is. Had to place a lower one to get that one to snap. Oh, yeah, look at this now. Let's just go drop down here and take another look. I'm liking that I'm liking that a lot. We may go back in and add some of this stuff for decoration too, but that's all going to be decoration phase. Guys, I think that is the shell of the house. Gonna try and make another entrance here. Pretty cool little entrance. We may even try to shape it kind of like, you know, one of those little entrances for the swamp. Crypts. Yeah, I'll have to take a minute and study this really hard because I think I want to cut it off maybe right here, but then try to duplicate this on the entrance over here for our little base because I think that's just going to look awesome if I can pull it off. But again, I'm gonna include that on the decoration phase. This is the shell of the house, guys. I think it looks really cool. This is a really fun little base idea. Super squat little hut here in the swamps. It looks awesome. And yeah, from here you can decorate it however you want. Again, I'm probably going to put some windows in, which, you know, may take some doing. If you want windows, all I'm going to do for the windows is, like, chunk out one of these. Oh, yeah. And then put up some of these really quickly. Ah, yeah, we lost some stuff on the outside. Let me go out there and see what we lost. Oh. Okay, so all we lost were these on the inside. No big deal there. And then again, for here, you know, we can do something pretty cool. Probably put these in, just make nice little windows. Yeah, look at that. That looks so cool. Ah, yeah, we may have a couple of those put in. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go get to decorating this place and make it look awesome and cozy and homey. I hope you guys like this one. I like it too. I hope you like it even better after I get it decorated. And we're probably going to throw in, you know, an outhouse or two. I like having little outbuildings. Base is never complete without a couple little buildings going around it. But anyway, hope you guys like this one. Let me decorate it. I'll bring you back in a little while when it's looking awesome. Let me get to it. I'll be right back. All right, house number 2 in the swamps. I don't really have a name for this one, although turtle shell kind of comes to mind because, I mean, it's just round and solid and squat. I don't know. Who knows what the thumbnail's going to be this time? I try to come up with cool names. And like I said in the last episode, be sure to leave name suggestions and go vote on old names because there are awesome name suggestions in all the old comments for the older build videos, and we just need some more likes and votes. So yeah, do me that favor, take a look through, and let me know what you think the thumbnail should be changed to. Anyway, let's get moving. Let's do our nighttime walkthrough. Wanderers, welcome. I don't know, in the swamp there's so little land. I always find that just like throwing a bunch of supply on the sides is good. We've gone pretty hardcore with the green banners because, well, swamps, right? Am I right? I don't know why, but green seems pretty good. I think we've unlocked red. I think so. Yeah, we've got red. Maybe the next base will be a red base. I don't know. It'll be pretty cool. This was a nice little detail. Nothing super fancy, though. I just really like the idea of having this out here for some reason. It's just pretty cool, and it's kind of all surrounded by the little cattails and stuff. I thought it looked pretty cool. Same with this nice little meeting area, little smoke pyre. Little interesting design we've got going on here. I like it, though. Just nice and cozy. You can come and sit here and dry off, you know. All the ground seems so squishy, even though we've got the pebble kind of like cobblestone walkway. Oh, let me get this going again. Ah, yes, there we go. Much better. Now everything's churning out. I love making these little, like, catch basins for these smelter and kilns. It's just so nice. Got a little bit extra coal just saved up right here so that we can feed this thing. And we got easy access on this side and a little bit of storage over here, sneaky storage. And we've got access right here, so that keeps this thing moving and just pumping out iron and bronze and coal. Look at, I don't know. I like this little area. This little setup was super nice. Nice and boxy. I don't know. It just turned out really well. Let's get inside, though, because this place turned out really fun. All right, so my entrance got a little more elaborate than like a normal, you know, than a normal crypt entrance. Yeah, I was kind of trying to mimic one of these, but I guess I got a little carried away. But I really like the entrance. The entrance came out really well, I think. Just a nice big walkway in. We got a little bit of staircase going on up here just to make, I don't know, it just turned out really well. And the hanging flags or the hanging drapes are always really nice. All right, and the inside is super decorated, probably overly decorated, but I love it. Look at this. This is almost like a coat closet right when you come in, but just, you know, mostly for storage. We'll get to the bedroom in just a minute. Nice little spot to cook meat. Don't mind the coal. I'm always cooking coal on the fire. I don't mean to. Nice little just storage and simple. I love tossing all this stuff onto the walls and on the ground and just placing all these tools. Got a fully upgraded forge right here. This thing is awesome right now. I really like this forge area with everything just kind of set out around it. It looks great. Another cooking area, but this is the main kitchen area. We've got our cauldrons over here. Really easy to get to everything. I really like this. Got our fermenter. It's going to drop out our meat right here. We've got all our meat laid out right here for everybody to sample. A couple of meals made and prepped and ready to go. Awesome workbench area. I mean, this place came out really good. It's super cozy. And the walls are so tall that you can't really notice. You know, I know the upper area is completely open, but I don't know, it just seems it's hard to notice with the walls the way that they are. I really like it like this. Got a nice little bed area, super easy to climb into and get out of. My snack table next to the bed. You always gotta have a snack table next to the bed, you know? It's supposed to be a nightstand, but let's face it, it's a snack table, especially for me. Just a little more decoration laid out everywhere. Man, this place looks fantastic. I really think it's cozy. I don't know, I think the only thing that I really could have thought of, like, after the fact, and I don't know, I just got too busy decorating the downstairs, but, you know, walking around up here could be actually pretty cool if you made a walkway, and there's definitely enough room to make a second story in here if you really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I feel like it's pretty complete the way that it is right now, and I really like it. So we're going to leave it just like this. I really like the open bedroom area, too. I don't know, man. This place just came out so nice. Well, hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this build as much as I did. This one came out really well. Super cozy for the swamps. Super durable, too, with all this stone. Feeling really tough. Really like rounded builds. They're really fun to make. This one just came together really well, and it's one of the... I really think that it's super cozy for the swamps, even though, you know, we do have some haunts just hanging around out in the background, but hopefully they won't be able to get in, and they don't seem to notice us for now, so the walls and the deterrents seem to be working. And I still haven't been able to come up with a really cool name for this one, so I think I'm just going to call it the Swamp Hut. And everybody do me a favor, just leave some comments below, pick your names, and vote on the ones that you really like. But I'm looking forward to building some more in the swamps. I've got some really cool ideas, and there's a few other little, what do you call them? What should we call them? Like points of interest that I'd like to build onto. We're gonna try and, in this series, we're gonna try and build a base and connect it right to, or add onto, or right off of one of those crypt entrances, and really try to make that part of the build and part of the base, almost like a basement. That'd be really cool. There's also a couple of little spiral circular towers, stone towers out here somewhere, so I'm really excited to try and build something into and around those, and maybe just kind of like keep the base of them as much as I can and just build up from them and just see how that turns out, because that'll be really fun. I'm really excited. The swamps are really cool. Really interesting place to build, and of course we have all these trees, so you can definitely expect a tree house or two. I don't know. My ideas are going crazy. I've got a lot of ideas. This is going to be fun to build out here. But hey, everybody, I guess I'm going to go ahead and let that wrap up this episode, this build for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. I think it's pretty cool, pretty functional. I really like the open, like, upper layer. And like I said, it'd be really easy to add a second story up there. I'm not going to, but, you know, if you copy this build, it's gonna be simple to add up there. I think this place is really cool. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the rock, all the stone we've got going on, or just the simple fact that it's kind of round and reinforced with the core wood. I really feel secure here. I really feel comfortable. I think this place turned out really well. This is a really nice one. The Swamp Hut. Who would have thunk? That's enough of me rambling. I hope everybody's having a great day. Have a great rest of your day. But hey, I hope I catch you watching the next build video. Like I said, lots of awesome ideas coming up, so be sure to stick around if you want to see those. Thanks again for hanging out here at the Digital Hermitage, everybody. Love all you wanderers to death. See you next time.